Hey guys, it's Ryan. If you're struggling to get leads and promote and market your construction business, then this is the video for you. Let's jump in really, because you guys know me, I haven't watched some of these things on this channel so far and I don't really mess around. We tend to just dive in and get things moving, okay? So let's go over the 3 most important areas that you're going to need to use to market your construction business, okay? These are the 3 that probably will never change, maybe ever, in life. They're really 3 basic ones, okay? There's going to be online, okay, in print, and in person. These are the 3 major ways to market your business that will probably never change. And there's a reason for that. The reason is we live in that society where online is pretty much where everyone starts. Print is a secondary but still useful methodology, and in person is always going to be useful because people buy from people, period, right? Let's break each one of those down, okay? Let's talk about the online one. A lot of construction contractors, they kind of flippantly go about this one in terms of the online element, which baffles me when I talk to people. It's like, how could you not think that people are going to research you and research your business in today's day and age, right? It's everywhere. So the major areas you got to get figured out are your website and a couple of social media channels, probably 2 or 3, right? For the majority of construction contractor people, they think, oh, I don't really need a Facebook page. I don't need an Instagram account. Okay, great. Okay. Right now we've got TikTok, which I would agree with you. You probably don't need a TikTok account necessarily, but for sure be where your audiences are. Right now, in this day and age, the majority of audiences are on a Facebook and Instagram account. So you need to have at least those 2 at the bare minimum. I would also recommend a LinkedIn account. I think a LinkedIn account is very important for the professionalism of your business as you grow. You may not leverage it right now, but having it is better than not having it. Okay, so those are the 3 major social platforms I would go with. And listen, you got to be somewhat active on those accounts. Okay, and this is something you can pass off even to somebody else in your organization, even when you're small. There are so many online resources nowadays. You can find a virtual assistant overseas to pay them a couple bucks an hour and have them post 2-3 times a week. You just got to provide them the content and the basic details and the photos of what you're working on, right? If you want to do it better, go for video content, right? Video is where the whole world is moving nowadays, and you can still post video content on those platforms. Listen, just pull out your phone when you're on a job site. Talk a little bit about what's going on. What problems are you solving? What's happening in the industry? Go for the basics. Listen, people buy from people, and when they see you interacting with them, they feel like they know, like, and trust you a little bit more, and therefore they're more likely to do business with you. Okay, so social channels, website. Get a basic website if you have nothing, right? Get a basic 1-pager that doesn't look like it was built by a 2nd grader, so it looks like it can professionally represent your business and your brand, right? There's a lot of ways you can do that. Find a way, okay? Use some platforms, use the drag and drop builders if you want to be a little bit more affordable. If you're looking to get something more professionally done, find a pro who knows what they're doing, particularly in the industry, right? Construction is very different than other industries. We need to make sure that the people you're working with also speak the language. They also know what you're looking for and how to relate that to customers, right? People who are viewing you. What are they looking for? How do they judge your credibility, your accountability? Okay, because listen, you can't just put the same stuff on websites like everybody else is doing these days. Okay, everybody else is putting stuff on there. We're the best in town. We've been in business 35 years. That doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore because everyone says it. And when everyone says it, it no longer carries value. So what should you be doing on the website? You know what you should be doing? Posting your social proof. Hey, testimonials, reviews, job site photos, before and after pictures are awesome. That builds credibility, and also the video content builds credibility, and discuss what makes you different and unique. Here's an interesting question for you, Mr. Contractor. Why did you choose to get in business for yourself? That's a really good story, isn't it? Do you know what people find? They find stories very entertaining and engaging. Whether you tell that story in a video or you tell that story in content written on your website, people like to read stories. They want to know why you chose what you chose. They want to know what makes you tick. They want to know what makes you different and unique from the competition. Let's pretend you are a person, you're a contractor who, you know what? You always made sure you had complete transparency and visibility in your quotes. Just because maybe a previous person you worked for or whatever didn't do that and tried to sneak and hide some things in the costs, you found out about it, confronted them and said, hey, listen, I don't believe in that. I can't support that kind of stuff, right? I actually just had that happen to a client of mine. I asked them why they get in business, and they were in the roofing niche, right? Roofers. And they were doing sales for roofing, and they uncovered that their company was doing that to clients. I won't say any names or anything about that to give that away, but they uncovered that that kind of stuff was happening. And they said, listen, we can't support this. We're either changing or we're leaving. They left. They ended up starting their own company, built around the integrity and the values of we will always be open and transparent with our clients. This is what it costs and here's why, right? That's the kind of story you can tell. You don't have to give out names. You don't have to do anything that's, derogatory towards anybody, but at least it helps people understand, why did you do this? Why are you here? Why are you in this industry? Why are you doing what you're doing? People like to know. And today's the digital age, they're going to read it, whether it's, 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the morning. That's the beauty of having it online, is people are always looking. They're always searching around. And so making sure you have your online presence dialed in is going to be crucial to helping you get more jobs. Okay? So that's kind of the online side of it, right? Step 2, let's move to print. Okay? Print can be done a lot of ways. Print is something that, listen, unless you're really hyper focused on, I would be cautious on print right now if you have never done it before. Okay, I'll give you a good example of when print works and a good example of when print doesn't work. Okay? And the way that when print works, let me give you this. It's actually another client that I work with, and he's a painter. Okay? Painting guy. This guy has literally only ever done print. He has never done anything to advertise or market his business online. It's amazing. And he's a younger dude too, which is awesome. So he goes around very hyper-specific neighborhoods and builds flyers that are specifically focused for that neighborhood, showing pictures of other houses he worked on in that neighborhood and saying, hey, listen, we just worked on Mary's house down the road. We did this, this, and this. Here's what she said about us. If you need painting done, call me. Here's my name. Here's my number. Here's my picture. By the way, I also live in the area. When he hangs those door hangers, he actually does some door knocking as well. Do you know how much success he has with that? The man has multiple crews, a lot of jobs coming in. He's booked out usually several weeks, and he has never done online advertising ever in the multiple years he's been in business. Not one. Every single thing has been this print variation. Now he's shifted it around a little bit, but it's all been print based. And he is booked. That's smart. It's hyper-focused, hyper-specific, going after specific problems that people have and solving them, right? What you need with print is to focus on problem, reason for the problem, how you can fix it, and why they should contact you to fix it. If you can do those 4 things in a story format as well, now people are very interested. They're very engaged because, hey, I have that problem. Oh, that's why that problem's happening. Oh my goodness, that makes so much sense. Oh, here's what you can do to solve it, and here's why I should choose you. Oh my goodness. That's telling effective stories in print. You just blasting your business logo, your business name, and your list of services and say, call me, will never, ever work. Not never, but you know what I mean. Mostly never work. You've got to give people more reasons to contact you. Why should they contact you? Oh, you solved that problem for Mary down the road, and she wanted to repaint her, living room area or dining room area, whatever, and she contacted you, and then now you can pass that along. You see the difference? storytelling in print is far more valuable and far more effective than just, here's my business, here's what I do, call me. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? You can do that on yard signs because you have very little real estate. Hey, listen, but I would still encourage you to say, listen, start the yard sign with a problem. Need a new roof? Call me. Here's the reason why. I am Better Business BBB, right? BBB rated. I have 65 5-star reviews, and I'm local, right? 3 major reasons why they should choose you. Need a new roof? Oh, I do. Here's the phone number. Here's why I should call you. Bam. Problem, reason to call you, how you can contact them because you're the solution. Keep it simple, right? Nobody cares that you have a great logo. Just the reality of it. They don't care. They care if you can solve a problem for them. So solve more problems and focus your print on the marketing problem you're going to solve for them. Okay? So online was number 1. Print was number 2. Number 3 is in person. This is the crux of it. I'll probably say this 1,000 times, although I do a lot of digital marketing for construction companies. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. Period. Knowing, liking, and trusting someone. Listen, when I have a problem, you know what I'm thinking of in my head? Not a logo. I'm not thinking of a brand. I'm thinking of a person who I know who can solve that problem. That's my default. And if it's my default as a consumer, it's probably majority of everyone's default. So when you network with other people in your specific area, they begin to associate you as the solution to those problems, right? So if you're networking with realtors, if you're networking with local businesses, if you're networking at associations and events, right? Network and get around people who are probably going to have problems. Guess what? Eventually they'll think, you know what? I got a problem. I got a chimney guy who does this really well. He's a chimney dude. He networks extremely well in the area. And pretty much is to the point now where the most people that I talk to, when they say they got a chimney problem, they already know they're calling this guy because he's the chimney guy. Like that's just his thing. He's been around for a long time. He's networked really, really well. He connects with a lot of homeowners. He connects with a lot of realtors. He connects with a lot of associations. And when people now think of chimneys, he has a really, really mediocre website. Really mediocre. He doesn't even do print. Nothing. He's just known as the chimney guy around my area because that's how he's built his reputation, by networking with people. And I know what most contractors say, Ryan, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I'm at the job sites. I'm overseeing products. I'm going and checking with customers. I'm doing estimates. I don't have time to network. Make the time. I know that sounds harsh, but you got to make the time. This is going to be huge. You're leaving money on the table simply because you haven't done networking. I can promise you that if you haven't done networking, you are leaving money on the table. Stop doing that. Go out, dedicate some time, whether it's on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, monthly basis, like set it in your calendar to say, I'm going to network at least one event every month to try and get myself out there so that people know who I am and what I do and why they should call me if they have XYZ problem. Do that. It makes a big difference, especially in the long run. That's the same thing with the online element, right? The online, you're typically investing for the long term, right? To make sure people know you whenever they find you. They're realizing and researching you and saying, oh, wow, I see your website looks professional. Oh, wow, I see your social medias look good. I guess I can trust you, right? You do video content to the people to know, like, and trust you. You do the networking so people can know, like, and trust you. Get on that. Get in front of people. Join an association. Join a NARI or whatever. Join a BNI. Do something. Right? I know BNI has a mixed feeling about it with certain people, but it can be very helpful if you're willing to actually commit to it. And honest to goodness, when most people commit to it, they actually do have success. The high standards that come with BNI actually truly seem to produce better results because they have higher expectations from everyone equally. So find a networking event, find a way to get in touch with more people, get face to face with them, and make sure you're connecting and explaining how you can help them. And maybe, you know what, how they could help you. Maybe they know somebody that needs help. Maybe they've got somebody that's got a problem. They now become a referral source for you in the future as well. Not only can you solve their problem, you can solve their neighbor's problem, their family's problem, their friend's problem, whoever. You now have a referral source. That's done in person, face to face. I know I've done that for my people that I know very, very well several times, right? Hey, buddy of mine says he needs an XYZ. Hey, I got a guy for you. Let me text you his number. Hey, you got a situation going on over here? Don't worry, I got to do that. I can do that. Let me text you his number. And then I end up sending the information to him. And now all of a sudden it's just, hey, my guy is competing against no one because my friend knows that I use that person. So now that's pretty much a done deal job. Having those kinds of relationships in your business is going to be extremely helpful, but you can't have those if you've never been face to face with people in a situation to network with them. See? All right. So that's our 3 things, right? This is how you can dominate your construction business marketing, okay? Online, website, social media channels, get them moving, get them built, do some somewhat decent updating and posting of them, get that thing looking like it's actually professional the way you want it to be, okay? And call someone if you don't know what you're doing. Do things in print carefully. Carefully meaning you must specifically talk your print about solving problems. Solve the problem, explain the reason why the problem's happening, and how you can solve that problem for them, right? Problems, reason why, you're the solution, here's how. Then networking. Get in front of people. Get in front of them, make your name known. People will refer you and recommend you, and slowly but surely you'll become the guy for that thing in your area. All right? If you need any other help with this kind of stuff, listen, check the link below. I always have fun stuff in the description you can check out and just see, hey, I'm here to help contractors. That is my thing. That's what I do. Like, subscribe, follow along for more information, more things as we continue on this journey. Take care.